all the way around 250, meaning you could have made $230 profit, probably more than that, with a $20 bill. That's pretty much how the trade went. Obviously, I bought more than one contract, but let's go ahead and hop on into the trade. Going to explain to you guys my thought process, everything that kind of went on within the trade, and let's go ahead and get started. So this is going to be on the S&P 500 SPY. Like I mentioned, this was Wednesday, July 10th. So let's get on into the trade here. So obviously this trade was, I entered this trade pretty early on into the morning, about 2 hours after market open, right? So obviously we see market open here in this demand area obviously presenting buying pressure and giving us confirmation within this demand area, right? So obviously we have demand right here, and I also had a supply area charted out right here, right? So obviously we see the supply area then doing its thing, sellers start being inputted within the markets, and then we start to see that move to the downside, right? Then we fall back into the same demand area that we had the push up from, and you can see here from this demand area, price is initially looking extremely strong, especially at the time. Buying pressure, buying momentum was looking very strong at the time, and that was something I was heavily taking into consideration for this trade. Now, I did see / know that we had this supply area right here, but I was like, okay, it looks like buyers are so extremely strong right here that I feel as if they're going to break through this supply area and continue pushing price to the upside. Now, that's pretty much exactly what we did. You can see pretty much very shortly after we tapped this supply zone, we got a strong push and break outside of the supply zone, just confirming how strong those buyers actually were. So obviously us breaking through supply / presenting consistent, strong, bullish momentum, those were, two things that I was really heavily taking into consideration for entering this trade as well. Now you can start to see that we are then treating this supply area as a demand, right? So it is a supply then flipped into a demand, obviously due to the fact that these sellers weren't strong enough to withhold this supply. So pretty much the buyers broke through and controlled their position, meaning they overloaded the sellers, right? The buyers were in control. So that's exactly what we did. We had supply then turn into demand, and I wanted to simply see a break above these highs right here, because you can see there was a bit of resistance created within these highs. You can see if I get a line out right here, and you can also see multiple equal highs at this level, there was resistance created there. So I wanted to see the buying pressure / buying momentum continue the way that it was presenting, and I wanted to see us break through these highs for me to obviously enter this position and continue holding it. Now keep in mind, as the video goes on, I'll kind of put up pictures on what I was sending out to the Discord at the time, because keep in mind, I alerted this exact trade and alerted this exact move before it even happened to the Discord. So as time goes on, I will include pictures within the video. But you can see here, we tapped back into that same supply then turned demand area, and that was the area that I was looking to utilize for my entry. I then took a entry on that position on those Tesla calls. Like I said, I entered a very cheap strike price. It was only about $22, right? Then we broke through those highs, which I was exactly looking for. This is around 840, 830-ish. And then you can see from this area, price just continued to rip all day, just continuing to push to the upside all day, just showing you how strong those buyers actually were. There was really no point in this position where I was in drawdown, where I was, in the negative. This trade was continuing to move in my direction literally all day, and you can also see how the way price moves, you can see how strong these buyers are. There is really no point on the charts where we had a significant move to the downside. Yes, there are obviously points in the charts where price is moving down, but all day the buyers continue to overload on the sellers, right? Over the sellers. And that's what's very important about trading supply and demand and understanding supply and demand. You're able to understand areas on the charts that are likely to present price with a potential move. And that's why I utilize supply and demand every single day, every single trade, because it's simply just the way the market moves. It's the way to go, right? So that's going to be that. And then you can just pretty much see fair value gaps, many demand zones being created all throughout the day, and just continuing to move and rip to the upside all day. Literally to market close, you can see it literally just continuing to rip. We even broke past 560 on the S&P on SPY, which was a very huge big level. We broke past 560 and continued pushing higher. So my position just continued moving all day, 100%, 400%, 700%, and then literally at the end of the day we hit 1000% on those call options. So it was a beautiful move, beautiful trade, and like I said, I alerted the whole entire move to the Discord, and couldn't have asked for anything better. It was actually one of the biggest trades percentage wise that I have caught in a while. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, found some sort of value from this. If you guys are confused, you have some questions, or you are want to contact me, go ahead and message me on Instagram. I'm active there literally every single day, posting all different types of content, answering your guys' DMs, whatever the case may be. So that's going to be that. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, have a great night, much love.